Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Laura Baker. I'm at Wake Forest School of Medicine in North Carolina. My specialty is in lifestyle interventions to protect brain health in older adults. I've been studying lifestyle as medicine to protect brain health for quite some time now. But I'm here to tell you about something that started long ago that the Alzheimer's Association has played a role in getting me to this place. So before I go there, though, I want to tell you who I am. I am the lead principal investigator for US Pointer. US Pointer is a study that's entirely funded by the Alzheimer's Association. It's a revolutionary study going on now in the United States at 5 different regions across the US. And US Pointer is a large lifestyle intervention trial, a rigorous lifestyle intervention trial to test whether lifestyle change that involves exercise, nutrition, cognitive and social challenge, and monitoring of your health metrics can change brain health or protect brain health in older adults who are cognitively normal when they come into the study, but they are at greater risk for decline over time. So as a US Pointer principal investigator, I have 3 others that work with me to help lead the study at different locations. But I want to tell you how I got here and what role the Alzheimer's Association played in getting me to this point to be able to lead this revolutionary trial in the United States that will hopefully provide an answer about whether lifestyle intervention, like changing one's lifestyle, no medications necessarily, but changing one's lifestyle can protect brain health and prevent cognitive decline in people who are at higher risk of having of dementia down the road. So I didn't come across this position, this opportunity to be the lead PI easily. I've been working in the field for, I'd say, over 15 years. And over 15 years ago, I was a new junior investigator, and my first grant that I wrote and submitted for hopefully to be funded, I submitted to the Alzheimer's Association. It was a small grant. I think it was $150,000 for 2 years. The project was to look at exercise, aerobic exercise, to see whether it could be administered to older adults, to see if it would protect brain health in people with mild cognitive impairment. So these, as you know, these are people who are at greater risk for developing dementia down the road. But these are also people who are oftentimes sedentary or oftentimes have other risks that could lead them down this road faster. So my first grant from the Alzheimer's Association changed my career. I was on a different path. I was studying hormones at the time, and I had this opportunity to study exercise because I was noticing that when I was at the Alzheimer conference that year, that I was at different meetings, and we were all talking about different risks that could impact the trajectory, a person's trajectory of cognitive function. And the risks were things like blood pressure. So higher blood pressure increases your risk. Blood sugar, so higher prediabetes and diabetes increases your risk. Stress, higher stress increases your risk. Mood, lower mood, or more depression increases your risk. But no one was talking about some intervention that combines all of these together and improves all of these together. So as I was sitting in an Alzheimer meeting, the international meeting at the time, I thought, I have to study exercise. And that is when so it was at one of these meetings that I put this together, this concept that exercise could be medicine. Based on that meeting, I put together the grant, and it was funded. And that grant, that project, we did it. In fact, it was a small number of people. It's 33 people with an intensive exercise intervention for 6 months with trainers. We had a nice control group. It was a very rigorous trial. The results of that trial were positive in terms of cognitive function. We saw an improvement in cognitive function in those people who received a higher dose exercise. And I have to tell you, that little baby study, though, set the stage for 2 other very large trials. And so because of that experience and that one small Alzheimer's Association trial, I got the opportunity to now lead a national trial looking at exercise as potential medicine to protect brain health for people with mild cognitive impairment. That's going on right now. It's funded by NIH. It will provide a definitive answer about whether aerobic exercise can protect brain health. And because of that experience, I was asked to lead as principal investigator for US Pointer. And so now this is this Pointer project is it's groundbreaking for the Alzheimer's Association. They are fully supporting this. It is an expensive study because there's a lot of face-to-face contact with the participants. There's a lot of care, day-to-day care of those participants that's needed. If you can imagine, if you're trying to change your lifestyle, you can't do it on your own. And if you're sedentary historically and your diet is not the best it could be, and you are at higher risk, you are there for a reason. And so to be able to move you into a healthier state, you're going to need support. So there's a lot of face-to-face contact with lifestyle coaches that's needed. And so this kind of grand project that's happening across the U.S. with 2,000 people, it's a incredible opportunity for the Alzheimer's Association, for the investigators, for myself. I am so grateful to the Alzheimer's Association for providing that first little seed grant that would help me get to this place. I have to say, if I was a place in my career at the time that if that grant had not been funded, there is a good chance I would not be here today. And so to have this opportunity to test whether our own actions as Americans, how we move our body, what we eat, how we challenge ourselves and get engaged in our communities, how we take care of our health, have that opportunity to demonstrate, to test whether that could actually prevent Alzheimer's disease this is a highlight of my career. And I think I just want to end with just mentioning that it's not just about the U.S. I mean, this project has grown, and because of the Alzheimer's Association, it has grown to not include just the United States, but we are, as part of US Pointer, part of a worldwide or global network of other studies who are all doing similar kinds of lifestyle intervention trials to help protect brain health. And what's so phenomenal about this particular study, this particular network, is that each of us in our own countries, and there's 25 countries involved now, and the U.S. is just one. The U.S. is leading the way, though. A lot of our protocols and what we're learning here in the U.S., we're sharing with the other countries. But what's important about this effort, I think it's really always important for me to remember this, that we get so, we think about Americans and what happens here so often, and we forget that what works for Americans may not work for other people. And so this opportunity to be part of this global network will allow us to share with the Chinese, share with our Indian colleagues, share with our Latin American colleagues and our Finnish colleagues in the UK, what's working in other countries and what new information can we bring to the US to help US Pointer. What information can we gather from US Pointer to help other global studies? And so I think what I see this program and my career trajectory because of the Alzheimer's Association and then Pointer and how it's growing still as this entity that continues to gather more and more force and energy and more collective scientific expertise and support of the globe to test whether this new intervention might one day help us all.